Watch Game Kings, The Definition of Game, documentary by joining the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com right now and be one of the first people to watch this movie. Official release date, Black Friday, November 27th, 2020. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about, some situations you're going to go through, right? When you become a guy who has game. You understand? When you become a guy who actually knows how to get girls, you know what you're doing, you understand you're attracted to women. Because see, a lot of guys think, man, if I was good looking enough, or if I had a lot of money, or if I had status, or whatever else they think they need in order to get women, right? They think that everything will just be smooth. Right now, it ain't about the whole looks, money, status shit. It's really all about if you have game. Now, if you have game, you're going to be attractive to women. But understand that when you're attractive to women, there's still times where things are gonna be hard for you because you're attractive to women. You understand? Because when you're an attractive guy, right? What happens is that brings a whole nother set of issues in the situation, because when you're dealing with women, you have to deal with their egos and you got to deal with insecurity, right? And so what happens is that when you're dealing with these women, a lot of times, they're not going to want to do certain things with you. They're not going to want to fuck with you because of their insecurity and because of their ego. So, they might be intimidated by you because they know that, a lot of other women want you. You understand? They, have big egos, so they want to sort of feel like they're special, you understand, in the situation. And then therefore that will cause them to sort of act funny or do a certain thing or be a certain way that they probably wouldn't have been if you weren't a guy who they see as that attractive. Right now, at the end of the day, though, if a woman's desire overrides all that shit, things are going to go down. But in general, you're going to have, a lot of situations where you're going to be meeting women. And because you are a guy who is like, let's say a player, a guy who's a ladies' man, a guy who's good with women, certain women are going to fall back or try to purposely make it more difficult for you to get at them. You understand? And that's because of their ego and their insecurity, right? And then their ego and insecurity will also stop them from doing certain things with you, right? So while I'm teaching you guys this game, understand that the better you get at game, you're going to attract more women, but also understand there's a portion of the women that you attract where things are not going to go as smoothly as you want, right? Because you're attractive now. You understand what I'm saying? And some of this might sound crazy to you, but what I want you to understand is that this is going to happen because since you are that attractive guy, that creates that insecurity within the woman, because she may think she doesn't measure up. She may think that, there's just too much competition to deal with this guy. Right? And this is why I always find it funny when guys are like, oh, women only want like the best looking guys and all this other stuff. It's like, no, the thing is that there's a lot of guys who are really good looking, who women are like, okay, this guy's too good looking. I don't want to fuck with him. Let me fuck with this other guy over here who's okay looking, because at least I feel comfortable dealing with this guy who's okay looking versus the guy who's really good looking. Or it's the same thing with a guy who's just on point overall and attractive overall when it comes to game. They're like, damn, this guy's too smooth. You understand? He just says all the right things, and damn, he's gonna get me all caught up, so I'm gonna try to fall back, right? And then sometimes it's just their ego where they don't want to feel like they're just one of many women. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there's been situations I've been in, right? Where women didn't want to mess with me because they knew I had other women, right? They knew I had a wife, they knew I had a girlfriend or whatever it was. And they're like, man, I don't want to mess with this guy because of those things. Even though they was feeling me, it was like, they fell back because they're like, oh, but you got a girlfriend already, you got a wife already. And so they felt, you understand what I'm saying? Like kind of intimidated by that situation. Now, some women, because they were really, really feeling me, didn't give a fuck, and it went through and shit popped off. But understand that there's going to be still a large amount of women who's going to be like, oh man, I don't know about all that. You understand? And again, a lot of it is insecurity, it's ego. I remember there was this one chick that I was trying to fuck with, and she was feeling me too. This black girl, right? Now, because, you know, I told her, yeah, my wife is white, right? She felt a certain type of way about that. Because she was like, oh, well, I don't want to be, you know, like dealing with you when you dealing with a white woman. And see, notice this. See, me dealing with any other woman, my wife, girlfriend, whoever it is, has nothing to do with me dealing with her. But her insecurity and her ego is stopping her from making something happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've had this happen plenty of times. Even back in the day when I wasn't married, when I didn't have a girlfriend and everything, I was just me being me out there interacting with women. And I was a single dude, just, you know, doing my shit. Right? What happened is that these women, they can tell when you're a guy who has game, because the way that you're coming at them, they're like, oh, I know, you know, other women want him, because if I think he's this attractive, I know other women think he's this attractive. You understand what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that what some women will do is, in order to seem different than all the other women that you've dealt with, they're going to try to, for example, hold off on sex or whatever. They'll be like, okay, you know, I know this guy gets sex. He must get sex whenever he wants. These chicks probably be dropping drawers. So what I'm going to do is, to differentiate myself, to get him to like me more, I'm going to fall back and, you know, make him wait a little bit or whatever. Even though she wants to do it now, she's like, okay, I'm going to try to make him wait. Right? But again, like I said, if her desire is extremely high, she's going to fucking do it anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But if her desire is high, but at the same time, you know, she has a big ego, she's going to try her best, even if it's a little bit, to try to have a little bit of resistance so that she can differentiate herself from other women, so that she can seem different in my eyes than other women. But that's all coming from her, you know, ego and her insecurities, based off of her dealing with a guy like me, where she feels like, damn, this guy, you know, he got a lot of chicks just throwing it at him. So I don't want to be a chick that's throwing it at him, right? Even though all the other chicks or any other chick I'm messing with has nothing to do with her, it's her ego that's going to cause her to act that way. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you guys is that the better you get at game, right? The better that, the more that you're able to interact with women, and the more attractive that you become in women's eyes, you're going to have some women who are going to put up some sort of wall of resistance because of their ego and their insecurity. So the thing is, it's not just this, you know, thing where, okay, well, you're good at getting girls, where, you know, it's going to be easy all the way through. You understand what I'm saying? Because you still, again, have to deal with the chicks who, based off their ego, based off their insecurities, based off of how they feel about themselves, they're going to react in certain ways that's going to make it to where you're not going to get shit popping with certain women because of that. This is why I laugh when I hear guys talking about, yo, don't validate women, don't compliment women and all this other stuff. And I've said this before. If you're an attractive guy, right, complimenting women is only going to help you, because all it does is that it solidifies in the woman's mind that you're actually interested in her, because she may think you're not really serious or you're not really that interested in her because you're an attractive guy and you can get a lot of women. So she's like, why does he even want me? I've had women literally say this to me when I was dating them. Why do you want me? Why'd you pick me? You understand? Because they sit there, they can't believe, they don't believe that I would actually want to be with them. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. So me validating them, right? That's only helping me out, because what's going to happen is me letting them know that I'm actually interested gets them to relax, which gets them to actually comply, right? But that's me being aware of how women view me. You understand? I've talked about that before too. You got to be aware of how women view you, because if I'm unaware of how women view me and I'm trying to not validate her and all this other shit, right? She's gonna think I don't like her, and she already thinks I don't like her like that because she already thinks she's not on my level. You understand what I'm saying? So then therefore nothing's gonna happen because to, basically, protect her ego, she's gonna fall back and not wanna fuck with me at all. You understand? Just like when you guys see a really hot girl, right? If she don't throw you a signal or a smile or a look, most of y'all won't even go and approach her because you're saying, man, she's hot, or, she's too hot, she's out of my league. Or you might just in your mind try to rationalize and say, yeah, she look like a bitch, I'm not even gonna bother. But it's because you have that fear of approaching her because you think that she's not gonna like you. But if she smiled at you and winked at you and was giving you all them signals, you'll probably have a little bit more courage to go and approach. This is why a lot of guys wait for choosing signals, because they're scared to approach these chicks, right? And so the same way where you're scared to do that and you trying to protect your ego by not approaching is the same way women will do trying to protect their ego when they're dealing with a guy that they think is attractive. You see what I'm saying? So understand that you should be out here stepping up your game, but understand stepping up your game is not a thing that's going to magically make, all these women to just flow smoothly into your situation. You'll have to also understand the flip side of this is that even though you're stepping up your game, understand that makes you more attractive. And then that gives you a whole nother set of situations and issues you got to deal with when you're dealing with these women. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to be aware of that. All right. So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to These Hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.